Hi guys, this is Oracle Daphne doing the tarot reading for Scorpio. I love Scorpio for September 2014. And my videos are a little bit shorter now because I'm losing light, but I'm going to do a mid-September one, I think. So you'll see me again soon, and then I'll do an October one as well. So this is your reading. Let me just set it out here. I hope you guys are enjoying the end of your summer. Wow, this is a powerful reading, Scorpio. And you guys are very powerful, intense people. So this makes sense. Well, basically, to start off, you've got a lot of things getting thrown at you. You've got a lot of obstacles in September. The beginning of September, this is really where you're at. You are, beating the world up with a stick, kind of just getting, things that you have to deal with, paying tickets, getting a traffic ticket and then having to pay it. Court stuff that you have to file and all that stuff. It could be just, all kinds of things, responsibilities, maybe planning a move or trying to figure out if you want to stay where you are, making changes, lots of paperwork, going through the mail and finding something that you have to deal with and you can't because you work all day and then you have a second job at night and there's only like 10 minutes in the middle, and so it's like you have no time to really deal with this stuff. And this is a tough card when you have no time. And Scorpios are very active individuals, so they're going to be busy doing things and they might not have time to deal with all this crap, but the world is pushing all this crap on your plate just to test you to see if you can handle it. And I know that you can, and you will. And actually, this is a good combo here. I'll show you this combo. You got the underneath, this is the path that you're on, and then you've got the girl that's being lifted up out of hardship. So all this stuff, that crap on your plate, is going to go away. You're not going to have to deal with it anymore. It's just going to magically go away. It will. You'll get to the end of all the stuff that you have to go do, and you'll figure it out. The foundation is actually just balance. Things are in balance right now for you in September. In the beginning, things are really in balance. And either you have a solid home life, or you have, someone there, there's a girl there that's keeping it all together for you. She could be your personal assistant too. She could be, a cousin, a mother, a sister, somebody in your life that kind of takes care of the what are those nuts and bolts, things in your life that just need taking care of on a daily basis, basically. And then in the past, you've had to deal with this, feeling pulled down, feeling like you're falling, like there's so much negativity around you that you're falling down. You may feel like you may not have enough money to buy clothes. You may feel like there's not enough. And Scorpios may feel this way because a lot of Scorpios, again, they're very money focused. They love their money, and if they feel like there's not enough, it's enough to make them feel pulled down or worn down. It's just a feeling that they have, It could be other people, Just, there's a lot of problems. There were a lot of problems in the past. So these obstacles, were creating this, okay? They were creating just a lot of problems, things that you needed to sort through and work through and ride out. And then this is the timing card. It's the time of harvest. The time is you're picking all the fruit because it's ready to be picked. It's ripe. And it's the timing in life that's just like the right time. Like, this is the right time. This is the time. So the beginning of September, it's time to really pluck that fruit. Whatever it is that you've been waiting on, it's the timing is right. Okay, to do it. It can also mean sensuality. I mean, Scorpios are very sensual and sexual, so this girl's naked and she's picking some fruit. So it just may mean also fertility for some of you. Just feeling very like, like, this is nothing new for Scorpio. Like, you want to just, like, have sex all the time. You know, that's, you know, what can I say? That's Scorpios. And then there's this interesting, emperor that shows up that annoys me because he is fate. But he's also a very strong man. And this is what's right around the corner. Fate is like waiting for you to get. It's like you're on this journey and this guy's waiting. He knows you're going to show up at some time. So like say you're journeying from Chicago to New York. He is like in Pittsburgh. He knows you're going to make a pit stop there before you get to New York. And he knows the timing of it and everything. He just knows when you're going to stop, what stop sign you're going to stop at. He's standing there waiting for you. And he's saying yes or no. And a lot of times it's no. He's blocking you from something that you're going to do. For him to just be kind of hanging out waiting for you means that it's fated that you are where you're at, and that the journey that you're on, it's sort of like you're passing that fated point. Okay, you're crossing it. You're going to cross his path. He's going to cross your path. Although he's not crossing you. It's interesting because he is next to the Lovers. And it may just be that you are fated to have a lover. Well, I call them the Lovers, but they're actually the Two of Cups. This is a relationship. You're going to have a love relationship. It may just be like a one-night stand, too. But you're fated. You're fated to meet this person. To have that. It also might mean that it might have nothing to do with love and just be, he's trying to block you from going where you want to go. You may just have a very overbearing male in your life, and he may just try to stop you from doing the things that you want to do. Your emotional state, this is interesting, because this is, the people in spirit that are around us, that are protecting and guiding and loving us, and the people that are looking down on us from heaven. So this is a guy that is basically looking out for you. And it's in your position, the emotional, like where you are as far as your emotions. So I feel like maybe you're confident, it's loved, you feel loved by, I say God, or the universe. Emotionally, you know that you're loved by them. And so you don't have to worry about that. And that's great. That's a great position. Basically, he's watching out. I don't know. It's a weird cluster, what I call a cluster. Because you have fate, and you have the Two of Cups, and then you have God watching out for you. So God might want you to meet this Two of Cups for some reason. And fate might say no. Or you might want to sleep with this person and fate might say no. Or fate might just say you're going to meet this person and God's going to say you need to do this because this is, you just will feel like, I feel like you're going to meet this person and you're going to feel like it's this uncanny sense of timing. Because we got the timing thing too. So it's going to be an uncanny sense of timing. You're going to feel like, oh my gosh, you're going to get the chills. You're going to be like, this is crazy. I met this person and like, I feel like I've known them for 100 years. And this might be actually like a soulmate. Somebody coming in that you've known in the past. Somebody that you might have been married to in the past. It also might not be the right time for love, for you. Or it could be the other way. It could be the right time. It's hard because we've got fate right in the middle of it all. And fate does weird things. Sometimes things are fated to be, and some things are fated not to be. And I know I'm confusing you, but Scorpio, you're gonna have to wait and see what happens with this lover that comes in. It might not be a lover. It might be just a romance, a quick romance. With somebody, the person that you're gonna meet is somebody that you're gonna connect to, and you're gonna know that you were supposed to meet them. It's like recognizing them. You'll recognize them, but you won't have never met them before. Okay, so your last two cards are the Fool, which is your attitude, which is going for it, which is risking it, and taking a leap of faith. And you do have God watching out for you. So you're right where you're supposed to be with that. I feel like you're gonna go for it, and you're gonna go all in because Scorpios do that. They go all in, and you're gonna say, okay, I'm all into this, and it's gonna feel really great when you do go all in. And then the outcome is just sitting on top of the world, power and achievement. And this is what Scorpio craves. This is them. This is, I have a friend who's a Scorpio and I always say that he's like Chuck Bass, from Gossip Girl. He is the Chuck Bass. He is sitting in his huge, building that he owns at the top in the penthouse suite, pouring himself a scotch, with the shoes on the table. He's sitting there and he's looking out all over the city, over his properties, and saying, "Look what I have done! I'm so hot!" And the thing is, Scorpios sometimes let these things go to their head, but a lot of times it's just a feeling of accomplishment and hard work, and it's paid off. So something big is going to happen to you towards the end of September, where you're going to feel, like you're on top of the world, that you have made some significant achievements. And you're going to have to see where this Emperor plays out. This Emperor is sitting right between one path and another. He could completely block your future if you let him. It's going to be difficult to get around him. That's kind of my feeling. So, if you are fated to meet this real person and take a leap of faith and sit on top of the world, then that's what's going to happen. If you're not fated to have a relationship at this time and make a huge change and have all this power and achievement, if you're fated to not have any of those things, then it's going to be a completely different path. Your path is going to look really different than that. It might be the complete opposite of that. It's hard to say. What I'm going to do is, mid-September, I'm going to do another reading for you guys. And I'm going to check in with you and see how things are going. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to send me messages. I'm really open to that. Still kind of figuring out YouTube and stuff, but I'd love to answer your questions. And I really want all the best for all of my, people that I read for and my friends. And I consider everybody on YouTube and Twitter and stuff my friends, because it's, it's a network, it's a connection, and you were supposed to watch this video for whatever reason. You were supposed to watch it, and you were supposed to hear me say these things. And I just wish you the best. I do. I will talk to you soon. Thank you so much. Lots of love.